Чё кого? Проверка звука моментальная. Проверка звука моментальная. Все робит.
Don't move, Jules. Save your strength. You're certain it was Curtis?
He said his name. Barely even knew that much. But still. We aren't really You're alive! Wasn't sure you would be. Samadel, this is the one I told you about.
The dishevelled lizard eyes you with hope, though her hope is tinged.
Han tells me you helped him out of Fort Joy. For that, you have my thanks.
Samadel presses her lips together. Disbelief and indignation shine from...
For shame. The shame of Damien upon you. The survival of a child should be reward enough. The survival of Rivellon itself, should we seekers be successful.
The lizard blinks her eyes rapidly. She says not another word to you, but turns her...
Now, Han, let's take a look at your nasty leg injury.
Catch you later, Skipper. It's good you're here.
Take the pain away.
Claude, are you still with us?
Bush, Bonnie Barn, now don't.
Maybe we should have walked by Mateys, let me change your drink.
I will not be a burden.
No, no.
Leave me
We
be.
don't have the time.
The seven will show us. You're safe in bed.
You're humble. Focus on your breathing, Jules.
The young woman chews her lower lip as she observes the injured before her. She bends to grab a rag, wiping her blood-smeared hands. She looks up and sees you.
If you're looking for healing, sorcerer, well, there's not much I can do.
The woman wrings the blood-stained...
Magisters aren't known for their mercy. Many of us died. And the ones here will likely follow the same fate. By a slower... I've done all I can. Their wounds are too great. All I can offer them now is prayer and a cup of water. If you know a way, I'd be beyond grateful. Magic? All I've got is my own two hands.
She trails off and limply gestures to her paltry makeshift...
I'm not even a healer. Ours was killed in the attack. I'm just a cook. Do what you will. Just don't cook... Claude, are you sure?
Ilyushin's locked. Stop fidgeting, lad.
I will not be a burden. Leave me be.
Ilyushin's locked. Stop fidgeting.
In an instant. Thank you.
The Magister flagship. It has ballast that tore our ship into kindling.
Claude, turn your
A shard from our own mast pierced my side. I'm lucky the others managed to haul me all the way here. Especially up.
He shudders at them.
They turn the living into shriekers. Crucified wretches. I wish I had a fitting way to thank the person who saved my life. As it is, all I can offer is...
He owes you his life. You have my thanks.
That's better. Water. Please. Water.
You healed me. How did you... Oh, never mind.
I don't remember much. I barely had time to realize those magisters are gonna pay in blood.
If my mother were here, she'd box my ears for not being able to thank you properly. Though I reckon that walloping from the Reds was punishment enough. Take this, at least. It'll have to do.
Leave me be.
Please, heal them all. We are fortunate
Healed?
indeed to have you.
Someone healed me. I was bound for death, and they saved me.
It's a miracle. The Magisters attacked our camp back at the harbour. I caught one of their arrows right in my side. That would have been a slow death.
He lands a comradely slap on your back. His strength has definitely returned.
Don't you doubt it. This old war serpent's still got some fight left in him. Especially now that wound.
It seems the wounded will pull through. Thank the gods.
I'm alive! I'm alive!
Samadel's focus and attention is wholeheartedly Hans stares fixedly at the dirt floor, twitching lips giving away the grimace he's trying to hide as Samadel applies stinking ointment to a deep gash on his leg.
Glad you made it here in one piece. Any idea what you're going to do next?
He looks at you sidelong.
Sure, just don't get too cosy. If you're smart, you won't stay here too long.
Folks here just want to cry over spilt milk and wait for Gareth. Soon as I'm healed, I'll find him myself. Someone has to.
Undead almost got me on the way in. Had to kick his head right off to get free. Put my foot through his skull and, well... Don't I know it? Still, I hope I don't have to do that again anytime soon.
Soon as I'm able, I'll be out of here to track down Gareth. Soon as I'm able, I'll be out... Soon as I'm able...
Notice rests upon the stool, humming a low song. He nods at you and continues humming.
Water. Bonnie Barn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep.
A grim-faced man sifts through a pile of badly damaged weapons, salvaging the repairable, ditching the broken. He picks up a rapier, the blade nicked and splintered, the hilt twisted. He holds the damaged blade up to the light.
This was Halorn's blade. It was his first. It was also his last. He didn't intend to die here, but die here he did. He was an ordinary soul with an extraordinary heart, Halorn, and he died for what he believed.
The point breaks away, leaving a jagged edge. The sword is shorter now, but it'll do more damage.
Who are you?
He stares at you, mouth open. His gaze drops to find, to his surprise, his knuckles white on a weapon in his hand. He smiles to himself, gets back to work. He works fast, checking weapons to see if they're battle-ready. He thumbs the edge of a blade. It draws blood.
The blade is thirsty. Now what can I do you for? Nice doing business with you. I wish I had better wares to offer.
He looks up from his work and grins.
Help you? If this is...
He works fast, checking
The blade is thirsty. Now what can I do you for? If I had a forge, I could do something. Maybe.
He looks up from his work and grins.
Bless and protect your humble servant.
Help you? We're doomed.
Please, Armadi.
If this is all we have, we're done for.
Protect your humble servant.
If this is all we have, we're done for.
Amidst the placid little pond, the face of a god rivulet streamed from her deep-set eyes, like endless You feel peaceful in her presence, soothed somehow by an intangible comfort. As you gaze upon her loving face, you find yourself drawn into a trance. A voice seems to reach you from within your mind and from the furthest reaches of the stars. Its whispers caress you like a breeze. The voice grows stronger, like a breeze picking up. What were whispers become?
My children, my children. Gone are my children. Dead are they in the cradle I have ruled.
A feeling of indescribable sadness assails you. It feels like your heart merges with the spirits, torn together by a coil of...
My child, weep with me for the mother who has lost. Weep with me and bathe in the tears of Amadia.
If you had tears, they'd mingle with those of the goddess down in the tranquil crystalline...
You, my child, I bless you.
You feel yourself shine with an inner light, rejuvenated and pure, as if...
Bloody ring's loose! Get off me! Stay off!
The goddess's tears still stream freely, and all is quiet by the tranquil pond.
Bless and protect your humble servant. Gareth!
The Seven watch order.
Before you stands a figure, her body wreathed in cloth. All you can see of her eyes are two dark holes in an ornate mask.
Armadia's blessings, child. I have not seen this face in our sanctuary before. Pray, who are you?
The birds are asleep. The moon's in the sky.
That creature. Yes, I am all too familiar with his wickedness. He ruled this realm as a tyrant and beast. He stole its source and left only death. These marshes were a playground for he and his necromancers. Many unfortunate souls were brought here. Blessed were those who died quickly, or died at all. I have been here for many years. It has given me a lot of time to... In truth, the torments of Brachus and of these magisters were not so different. Both purged source from... Indeed, the magisters have even taken Brachus's worst tools. Without something more powerful than these sticks the Seekers are armed with, those crucified monstrosities will kill them to a man. Their leader, Gareth, also demanded that I must do something. I argued against it, but he was very... I told him of Brachus's cache of soul-forged weapons, arms not even the Shriekers could stand against. He ventured out to find them. I fear for these souls, if he has come to any harm in the marsh. Without the wands he seeks, not one will escape this island. Gladly, but I fear you'll fare no better than this. North of here you'll find the ruins of Brachus's source armory. Nothing in this land can counter the Shrieker's power like those weapons. Without them, the Seekers walk ever in Armadia's grip. Hello again, child. What brings you here? We must always strive to help those who suffer. For many years I did not understand that simple truth. For many more, I have tried to right the wrongs of...
Despite the mask, you can feel her expression hard.
Time is a river, ever slipping by. It does no good to mourn what's gone before, only to appreciate where the current carries us. In this place I can worship the goddess Armadia and help those who come to me for aid. I live a good life. The person that I was is dead.
Bonnie Bar, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, moon's in the sky.
Smoke and screams.
The seven watch o'er us, we're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest each head.
The woman freezes in place and starts to stutter.
It was nothing. Simply a turn of phrase. Nothing more. You know nothing. Nothing of my life. Nothing of the things I've seen. Nothing.
She turns away from you in a swirl of rose. As your hand wraps around her arm, your fingers squeeze down not on skin and flesh, but on solid bone. Through her robes...
No! Don't touch me! Let me go!
She pulls her arm out
from you, simple fool. Do you think any tolerate a death's hand coming to aid them? I tried to help so many, but all screamed, all fought. This mask is the last vestige of humanity that remains. The only thing that renders me fair. I thought you, of all people, would understand that. Have you learned nothing of those that wear the mortal flesh? They will not accept me. No, the most I can hope for is grace, and I have that by Armadia's word. Does this swamp cause madness in all that enter it? Their leader also said that I could do more. I told him of Brachus's cache of soul-forged weapons, arms not even the Shriekers could stand against. I fear for these souls, if he has come to any harm in the marsh. Without the wands he seeks, not one. Gladly. North of here you'll find the room. Nothing in this land can counter the walk ever in a... Hello again, child. What brings you here? He ruled this realm as a tyrant and beast. He stole its source and left only death. These marshes were a playground for he and his... The tales do him no justice. He was cruel, greedy, and stripped this land of all life. Indeed, the Magisters have even taken... Without something more powerful than these sticks the Seekers are armed with, their leader, I fear for these souls. Gladly. North of here, nothing in this land. Walk ever. Hello again, child. What brings you here? Armadia is the blessed mother of magic. All that use it can trace their skill back to her grace. This is her shrine. She has sustained me here for many years, even when the evils of Brachus's swamp threatened to drown me. It was not always thus. This swamp was once a rich, lush land before he came. I have been here for many years. It has given me a lot of time to reflect. In truth, the torments of Brachus, and indeed, then without something more powerful than these, their leader, I fear for these. Gladly. North of nothing in this land can walk ever. Hello again, child.
She stops dead as you pull the jar out of your backpack.
You entered the vault. You, please, give that to me. Give it to me now. You don't understand. You couldn't understand. Please, I need it. Please give it to me. Hiding. Impatient.
She reaches up and tears off her mask, revealing a wet skull, stained by centuries.
You dare speak to me of hiding? You dare speak to me? I have waited centuries, watching lives come and go, while my soul... I have been patient enough. Return to me what is mine. Return my soul, you insolent pup!
She reaches greedily for the jar, tearing. You see a green glowing light emerge from the jar.
By Armadia, I feel wet. Oh, goddess, I can feel you. I suppose you deserve to know. Before I knew Armadia's grace, but more than his lover, I was his partner. I discovered his power to feed on the source of others, and I allowed it to... No, I made it happen. As his strength grew, so too did mine. There is nothing you cannot do when you sit on the lap of a powerful king. But power changes a man, as he changes his nation. Brachus grew paranoid, angry, murderous.
The seven watch o'er us. We're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes.
Armadia, forgive me. It's true. As he grew distant, I just pushed harder. I gave him more and more, trying to win him back to me. I offered him the source of whole villages. He devoured them. The lands outside were once green and beautiful, until I came, until I turned them over to him. Now all's poison, and the dead are restless. Armadia is merciful in her love. I found this shrine while hunting a band of wizards. I found the goddess weeping for her children, and I wept too.
The birds are asleep.
She pauses for a moment. If she had eyes, you're sure she'd be wiping them.
Through Armadia I saw my sins, and I could bear it no longer. I threw myself from the cliff at the entrance. I tried to rid the world of my evil, but Brachus would not allow it. He brought me back from the Hall of Echoes, locked my soul away, and demanded my obedience. Even in death, he commanded me. Only when 2 source hunters ended his curse was I free. Since then, I have returned here and spent centuries trying to heal the pain I've caused.
She drops the now empty soul jar to the ground, smashing it.
You have my thanks, brother.
She starts to speak, but chokes back a sob instead.
Thank you. I can't. I've never known such kindness. Thank you for everything. May you walk.
We don't have the time.
Wished bonny barn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The 7 watch o'er us, you're safe in bed.
Smoke and screams. Hello again, child. What brings you here? Go in Armada. Hello again, child. What brings you here?
Martha's accent. Serviceable.
Smoke and screams. Echoes of death.
Wished bonny barn, now don't you cry.
Please come back.
The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The 7 watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest where we head.
This is all we have, we're done for. Martha's accent. Serviceable.
Wished bonny barn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep,
Smoke and screams.
moon's in the sky.
Echoes of death.
The 7 watch o'er us, you're safe in bed.
Gareth, please come back.
So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
This is all we have, we're done for.
Wished bonny barn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, moon's in the sky. The 7 watch o'er us,
Go in Armadia's grace, child.
so close your sweet eyes.
know what to do.
Rest your wee head.
Blessings
falls
A
upon
dwarf
this day.
stands by a young woman. He seems intensely focused on her, whispering and singing softly.
Blood and bone. Fight.
Hush now, Leia. They'll not hurt you again. Once Gareth gets back, we're going home.
The woman rubs her neck, raking her nails across her skin as she whimpers. The dwarf starts at the sound of your voice, gripping the woman's arm for a moment before he...
New faces. Hope you weren't bushwhacked by the Magister. As for her neck, she's remembering the damnable source collar she once wore. Lucky for us, she had the skills to remove them. There's many a sorcerer that's been freed thanks to her.
The dwarf smiles.
Aye, we are at that.
He strokes her hair as Leia leans her forehead against his shoulder, muttering quietly about Gareth.
Please, Armadi, bless and protect your humble servant.
We were part of the caravan headed to Fort Joy. Shiny collars and all. Gareth and the Seekers ambushed the caravan and freed us. Saved every... But now he's off searching for weapons to take down them shriekers. And all we can do is sit here, thinking about the Godwoken we didn't save.
From fragments to whole. From their past to our future. From their hope.
She ain't detailed, but she ain't wrong. The Godwoken are our hope that a new divine can be born. Someone to replace Lucian and push back them Voidwoken. Someone to restore order and protect the source. I'd speak to Exeter if you want to know more. There's ways, but I ain't privy to them. One thing I do know, mind. The Voidwoken have their number. They react to God.
Barking dogs in wolves' clothing. Teeth in the sea. Teeth.
Aye, there's enough of them about. But don't you worry none. Gareth will be back soon. Then we'll be home in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. We were part of the caravan headed to Fort Joy. But now...
The dwarf starts to sing softly as the woman rocks slowly in her seat. Duggan stands over Leia, singing softly as she mutters about Gareth.
There, lass. Don't you worry. Gareth...
Smoke and screams.
A young man in oversized armor paces around a table covered with a spread of maps, his face a tight scowl of frustration.
Every approach blocked. Oh, damn it. What good of...
He glances up. In quick succession, he becomes aware of both your presence and the fact that you're not a familiar face.
Who the blazes are you? A sorcerer? Indeed. A seeker can always recognize a sorcerer when they see one.
So close your sweet eyes and rest your head.
You meant Verdus? Then he's as good as dead. We're the seekers he spoke of. We were supposed to free him. Instead, we've failed him. You, a Godwoken? Surely not. Though if Verdus said so. You could be important, but there's no way to be certain until we've left this blasted island behind us.
Echoes of death.
The young man anxiously fidgets with his curved bow. You've found a matter close to his heart,
That's easier said than done, I'm afraid. The Magisters have us cornered. They have these weapons called Shriekers. If we try to go against them unprepared, we're dead. We've lost many already. There's weapons, ancient devices that can counter those things. Our leader, Sir Gareth, set out to find them so we could break the Magister blockade and escape this island. But he hasn't returned. If Sir Gareth doesn't come back with those weapons in tow, well, this island will be our grave. You'll help us?
His shoulders visibly relax. The weighty armour upon them set.
Thank you. Allies are in short supply in this place. If you help us, I promise, we'll get you. Please, ask. Whatever helps. We came to free an elf called Verdus from Fort Joy. He was a godwoken. He could have been the next divine, but we failed him. Sir Gareth, he's the finest seeker I know. I'm honoured to serve as his squire. He wouldn't let us down. Not unless something's gone horribly wrong. None. He set out to find those source weapons, and that's the last we saw of him. The masked priestess, Gratiana, told Sir Gareth of them after she granted us shelter here. She was reluctant at first, but speak to her if you wish. She may know more. The Magister flagship, the Lady Vengeance, she's anchored at the old harbour. Once the way is clear, we're to take her and get the hell out of here.
The birds are asleep.
Well, before there's a divine, there must be a godwoken. Only a special few among sorcerers have this potential. Without them, a true successor to Lucian will never rise. And on top of everything, someone seems to be killing what few godwoken there are. It must be Alexander. A failed godwoken like him wouldn't want to see any other become the next divine.
Ifan looks anxious, an unfamiliar look on the lone wolf. Stepping closer, he whispers urgently in your ear.
I know who's hunting Godwoken. It's the lone wolves. Yes.
The birds are asleep.
He looks around, surveying your surroundings with a keen eye.
The seven watch o'er us. You're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes.
Maybe we should fortify this place. Make a stand.
Deal. In the meantime, let's keep a lower profile.
Gareth would know what to do.
The air out here's a damn sight better than in Fort Joy, eh?
Ifan smiles and
Yes, by all means, let us partake in the art of conversation.
The Red Prince takes on a reserved air, and you've the feeling he'd blush if such a thing could be noticed.
Secret of my soul, I said. What poppycock. Didn't sound like me at all, not so drop it. Indeed. Rallic, if I'm not mistaken. Always was rather the slow sibling in the Pantheon, wasn't he?
The birds are asleep. The moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us. You're safe in bed.
Quite so. I suppose you too met with somewhat of a disappointment. For we do have to wonder, can a god be called a god still, if they have to plead with another to assume the powers they seem to have lost?
Smoke and screams. Echoes of death. Please come back.
Of course I did. Only I'm not foolish enough to let it buy my loyalty. Nothing's changed but for our surroundings. We're still on an island, in dire need of making for the... Perhaps we simply ought to hug the coast in some...
I must say, I was hoping to enjoy a smug... Lacking skin may make me a target for mortals, but however, they are infuriating when they get in one's skull. I can barely hear myself think. Given enough time, I could walk... I must procure a quick way off this island, and that means perhaps these seekers would know more. I imagine they are quite keen to...
The moon's in the sky.
Please, Anna.
Shinies!
The heavy gauntlets are cold to the touch. A prickle travels up the back of your neck. Warning flickers of memory fill your mind. You long for solitude. The subtle scent of parchment wrinkles your nose. Fresh ink stains your fingertips. The memory vanishes, burned away by heat. Ash falls from the sky as a growling whisper addresses you.
I see you. And inside you is the strength I've been looking for. You must find that place of longing in the home of a young scholar. I will draw strength from there to speak again.
As the heat around you fades, the desperate memory returns. It claws at you, trying to take hold, then slips away completely.
Aye, the giant takes notice.
Ah, you're back. Looking to add some weight to your rucksack?
fire is quenched. Thank you.
Yes.
The menacing skeletal guardian looks at you wearily.
So you dare defy the will of Brachus Rex. Prepare to be destroyed, and so on and so forth. Let's get this over with. If you're anything like me, you'll get back in the ground where we both belong. I hope this brings the discussion to an end. I don't like being roused from slumber, only to be greeted by such banality. I was raised immediately after my death. I never had the chance to see what... In a few moments, I dare say you will discover that information firsthand.
She moans impatiently and taps her bony foot.
Yes, I know he's dead. I am still obligated to perform his wishes. He may not live, but the threat of his curse hangs over me. It is as you say. In any case, no curse could possibly be worse than this droning drivel. Be on your...
The guardian chokes on her words, as if strangled by an...
One cartload of purging sticks for a pile of dead brothers.
Have your
This
bows
barely
notched
worth
and
it.
swords ready. There could be void welcome nearby, or more seekers.
How much murdering does one seeker need? Let's go!
Have your bows notched
Magisters,
and swords ready.
here.
There could be
I thought
void
these
welcome
marshes were abandoned.
or more seekers.
Can't believe we lost so many men and still never got through the last gate.
Keep a sharp eye. Once the seekers dead, we can follow the cart to the Lady
For a pile of
Vengeance.
dead brothers. This better be worth it.
Have your bows notched and swords ready.
One cartload of
There could
purging
be
sticks for a
void
pile of
welcome
dead
nearby,
brothers.
or
barely
more
worth
seekers.
One cartload
Have
of
your
purging
bows
sticks for a
notched
pile
and
of dead
swords
brothers.
ready.
This
There could
better
be
worth it.
void welcome nearby. To arms! The dead are back! Keep an eye out for their void welcome pets!
One cartload of purging sticks for a pile of dead brothers. This
The Magisters scramble for their weapons, but pause as the smoke.
You've more flesh on your bones than our last visitors. Who are you?
Can't believe we lost so many men and still never got through the last gate. One cartload of
A
purging
couple of
sticks for a
skeletons
pile
will be
of dead
nothing, but
brothers.
they've been relentless. And then this seeker arrived. I wouldn't be surprised if the source-ridden scum is in league with them too. Same thing that happens to all sorcerers. It'll be taken to Fort Joy, and he's... But you haven't answered my question. Who are you? By Lucian's grace, I'm not dying in these ruins for the sake of one sorcerer.
Purging sticks for a pile of dead brothers. This better be worth it.
stare back. We have the dog cornered, but he's still...
Be careful! Don't want to catch a stray fireball.
Be careful. You don't want to cut...
You're trapped, Seeker. Stand down. No one else needs to die.
in the face of danger is inspiring, my friend. Lucian guided your blows.
His eyes travel from your face to your...
You're clearly no Magister. Garments coated in dirt, haphazard garb. How'd you come to be here? Name's Gareth. I'm a seeker. I can give you shelter and hope. A wise choice, sorcerer. I'll mark a
His eyes scan the horizon, and then...
I can't stay. You shouldn't either. What did Lucian say? Ah yes, evil feasts on the indolent. Get yourself to safety, and soon. You'll always have a place at the Seeker's table.
Your grip tightens around the blade's hilt. You never felt such rage. These freaks, they are tearing the world apart.
Too heavy. Look! A large ship sits just offshore.
In the flickering torchlight, you see a Magister lying muttering on the ground. As you approach, he turns with a jerk.
No, stay back. Not another step closer if you want to live. Fight. I'm not afraid of you.
The Magister nods towards his hand, and you see the skin is midnight black. It seems to undulate, as if worms were... He grimaces and tucks it underneath his arm, squeezing it tight. He nods towards the bodies of the dead Magisters, twisted in the thorned blood.
Same as those poor souls. We finished clearing out this blasted room, and as soon as they touched that switch, they were screaming. Some void curse. Dallas warned us to take care, but we never thought, never knew we'd survive. I'm as dead as them. They were gathered round it. Took the brunt of it. Got me on the arm, though. Clipped me. It was enough. Whatever it is, the void itself is fighting to protect it. Dallas told us to be careful, but this is wrong. It's evil. Death. She told us it was old. Told us it was more weapons to fight the sorcerers, she said. She needed the wands, but there was something more.
He looks up at you.
I saw how they died. I heard them screaming. I don't want to go like that. I don't want to face that. Please. I can't lift my sword. I can't.
He lowers his eyes to stare at his...
Just make it quick.
This puddle, it glows. What could this mean?
The Magister looks up as you approach.
So what are you waiting for? End it! Oh, be quick. Digging. Dallas told us to come here.
The Magister gasps, grimacing and squeezing his arm as the curse wriggles through his vein. The Magister groans.
The reputation of Brachus Rex, we should tread gingerly. What is this contraption?
Before you stands an ancient shrine, runes carved. The runes are in no language you understand or recognize. The shrine seems completely inert. You feel the source inside you swell up, filling your chest, yearning to be free. Your power flows from your chest and into your hands, green tendrils of power slithering from your fingertips across the shrine. starts to vibrate and glow, slabs of stone gliding across each other as it begins to open. His Most Esteemed Majesty, Brachus Rex. His Most Gracious Highness, Brachus Rex.
Take heart, Leia. You're strong. You come at last. I'd no doubt you'd find your way to her. I know you seek answers. I'll tell you what I can. You have spoken to a god?
Gareth stares intently, not so much at you as through you.
Yes, I see something there. And something else besides. But it's not for me to say. I must get you to Malady. She will know.
So no curse may pass. I pray you
Told you, lads. No time.
She was imprisoned on the Lady Vengeance, one of the few of us not left to rot on the sand and sun. All the more vital we take the ship from the Magisters. Godwoken. We'd just landed on shore. Minutes later, Dallas sailed in on the Lady Vengeance, screaming like a banshee. We had no hope. Most of us were dead in the blink of an eye. She had horrors at her side. Shriekers, they call them. They still protect the harbor, firing pure death. The Lady Vengeance is still anchored there, too. Lucian, save us from whatever plot Dallas is concocting on it. Well, I had a plan. Gratiana told me of weapons that could counter these shriekers. Purging one. I went to that armory looking for one of these wands, but Alexander's bootlickers stumbled in first. I found nothing. We've got to find a way to silence those shriekers. If we do that, the Lady Vengeance is ours. Freedom is ours. You do? But that's incredible. I can only imagine what ghoul-ridden depths I had no doubt. You bring me hope, sorcerer. I'll gather the other seekers and travel to shore. Meet us.
Gareth's voice echoes throughout the enclave with such command it could rout.
We move, seekers. Now is the time to resist. The Lady Vengeance will be ours.
The others have gone to get us a ship out of here. Hurry on, they'll need you.
The others have gone to get us a ship out of here. Yes, of course, of course.
She extends her arms, reaching towards you. You feel the collar start to twist. A living, writhing thing fighting for survival. With a scream of...
No more choking. No more silence. I'll never be a slave to him.
Extinguished. Thank you.
The flames are extinguished. Thank you. The brave. You are daring indeed to enter my domain. As well you should. I'm an assassin of ants and crucifier of crickets. All rodents bow before me. So do lesser beasts, like humans, for instance. My title is bestowed upon me by the King of all Rats in honour of my renowned achievements.
She waxes on at length regarding her wartime exploits, describing feats no rat you've ever seen could actually perform.
And thus I brought Morienda to his knees, and that was all before noontime.
To your surprise, the rat listens intently as you recount your time in Fort Joy, and you're
Oh, my friend, you are an adventure after my own heart. May I ask you a favour, perhaps? I want to know more. return to me when you have a chance and share your adventures. I want to hear about every spell cast and cliffside scale. But if you are to return, I need to make sure you remain in one piece. So, let me share another morsel of information I've picked up on my travel. The levers in here are cursed. Best not to touch them unless you bless them somehow, lest they infect you with their torment. Now hurry back. I can't wait to hear if your ventures can hold a candle to the other. It is you! The feeling is mute. I can't tell you how grateful I am for your kindness. Now I'm just trying to get used to life as a pig. It's not so easy. I never did enjoy... Well, I can trace it all back to Brachus Rex, of course. Many of us opposed his reign. A few of us wizards took the chance, though. We figured if we spread the word of his deeds, we might encourage enough people to come together, find a way. But we underestimated the cowardice of our comrades. All we succeeded in doing was being branded heretics and brought to... The results were horrifying. A double curse, turned into pigs and set aflame for eternity. I like not being on fire, so I don't want to complain too much about the pig part. I'm afraid I've never pursued knowledge so dark. Brachus Rex's source talents were great, but some of his skills and devices were unfathomable. Howie, I'm not sure. I have prayed to Armadia, but she offers no answers. Really? There must be a if anyone can restore me to my previous wizardly self, I'm so grateful for this news. I'm going...
Wooden door reeks of salt and seaweed. Not a single... It also has no lock or handle. But when you...
This ship has the claim of a captain. Unless you belong to Sec Zapper, I suggest you leave. Well, since you are so polite-like... No!
The door falls silent.
Yeah. I've had enough of your yowling. Get...
Churns beneath you. Skeletal arms surge from the ground and ensnare your left.
Have something that belongs to me, do you, friend? Not without that fine armor set. I found my ship. I found my crew. You found my own. I mean to take it back. That's... No!
Yield!
Is mine. Cornered.
Hail waves take us. Beat us, break us, green black. We are slaves only to thee. My jar remains. I wait. I will reclaim.
The soul jar pulses with trapped life force. What remains of the outraged soul molds itself into a defiant...
Snake! Worm!
So many Seekers lost, and more blood will be spilled before long. At least Han is safe at the shelter.
We'll find them, or we'll find another way.
The battle nears. Good to have you with us.
Проверка звука.
You would attack the
Those
Majesty.
magisters are going to
You cannot stand against the Shriek, not without stronger weapons than these.
We'll find them, or we'll find another way.
The goddess's tears still stream freely.
The others wouldn't let me join them for the fight. You should get moving, though.
Thanks for sending me here. It's quite beautiful. I've prayed to Amardia real hard, but I'm not sure it's done much good. Still, a wizard trapped in a pig's body. Any ideas? Oh, what a grand idea! I'll try that. Amardia, you have heard my prayers.
Well, hello. May you walk with Amardia.
Oh, I'm a wizard. And I was a long time ago, too. In between, I was a pig. And I was on fire for... It's a long story. But I think I'll leave it in the past and look to the future of course.
course.